Good morning, coffee lovers. Damien here from Dipacci Coffee Company. I'm here to show you guys a simple way to set up a rental machine that we offer here. So I'm going to guide you through step by step, okay? So what we've got here that makes it quite simple is a checklist of things that you need to know that you have when taking this rental. So the lovely staff member at Dipacci will guide you through on what machine and the grinder and all the bits and pieces you need, and then we will show you how to install. But we're going to do this video now so you can watch this and make it so much simpler. So we've got an Expo Bar Mega Creme as our rental machine. It's a 10 amp power plug that goes into a standard power point, yeah? So it's high cup, it's got about a 6-litre boiler. So I'm going to show you how to connect it. I'm going to show you how to program it. I'm going to show you how to dial in the grinder, the accessories that it comes with, and how to set up the flow jet, which simulates water mains pressure, okay? So let's get started. So this is the braided hose that feeds water into the machine, yeah? So the way we're going to connect this is and simulate water mains pressure is with this lovely flow jet, yeah? So this is 10 amp power as well. So the flow jet, basically, it's very easy to use. All you do is fill up with filtered water, put that in the top of the water bucket, okay? And then the most important thing is connecting the flow jet to the braided hose. So what you do is use a nipple. So the nipple just goes in like that and clicks on, and then all we're doing is connecting that to the machine. So we want to make sure that is very tight. So I have my trusty tools here, and we're just going to make sure that is nice and tight and good to go. All right, so that's done. So now I'm just going to plug this in. Okay, so we want to make sure that the machine's not on yet until we get water to it. So we're connecting this very easy and straightforward. Push that down. We're pushing that up into there. So that's going to simulate water mains pressure. Okay. I will turn that on now, and you can hear that motor start running, and it's starting to pump water into the machine. Now, the second part of this story is the waste. So the waste is connected here underneath, and that waste hose goes into your second bucket, okay? So that won't get too full during your day, but that's very important that that's connected, okay? So the power for the machine is just up here. So now we're on, ready to go. So we're looking at about a 20-minute heat up time, yeah? So you can hear the boiler start to filling. It's a 6-litre boiler, this machine, so you know, it's capable of doing quite a few coffees under stress. Yeah, so guys, we are hot and ready to trot. So we've got the red light that's come off. All right, we've got this all ready to go. So you've got this set up at the moment with no volumetric dosing. So we're going to do that for you. I'm going to show you how to do that. It should come set up, but I'm going to show you what to do if you have issues doing that. So this has got a single ristretto, a full 30ml shot, two double ristrettos and 2 30ml shots, and the free pour. So in your kit, you get a 300ml milk jug, a 600ml milk jug, and a 1-litre milk jug. Okay, and you get 3 handles as well, a tamper, a chocolate shaker, and a blind filter to clean, and I'll show you that process right at the end. So the 3 handles, all right, you got 2 doubles and a single, okay? So we're basically ready to go. So you get a Mazda Super Jolly automatic grinder with the rental. So I'm going to show you how to dial that in as well. So something very important, guys, a troubleshooting guide, is making sure that this braided hose is not kinked in any way. So if there is a kink in that braided hose, water will struggle to get into the machine. It will make quite a loud buzzing noise. Make sure you check to see there are no kinks in this braided hose. The main one comes from where it's just touching the bench because there's only a small clearance. So just make sure that gets pushed back and there's no kinks. So what we're going to do now is show you how to dial in this Mazda Super Jolly automatic grinder. So the way that I do it, or the way that I've been taught from my famous teacher Shane, is I get the blades to completely touch. So I'm turning it fine all the way until it cannot turn anymore. The blades are touching now. We've got flat burrs, and then I back it off about 1 inch. And that is a good starting point. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grind that, and we're going to see how I'm going to go. It might take a couple of little tweaks, but I'm sort of thereabouts, okay? So with these automatic grinders, it's very important not to over grind because the coffee will lose its freshness if you grind too much. So just grind what you need. So holding down the button until it flashes, I've got the double handle on. I'm going to press the double And I'm going to stop that at 30 mils per shot. And that will give me, so it's still a bit coarse. We need to fine that up because what I'm wanting is 30 mils in 30 seconds, roughly. So 30 mils plus crema. We are there now. And then I turn the machine off and that will remember the program. Once I've programmed that button, I've turned off the power. That is set across both volumetric pads, yeah? So you follow the procedure for whatever coffee or water volume, coffee volume you want for each button. Okay, so I'm just going to do the double, the rest are quite self-explanatory. So I've fined up the grinder a little bit, and now I'm just going to check this program. I want to time this shot and make sure I do get 30 mils in 30 seconds. It's still a little bit fast, but just want to see that the program is true, and I should get just over 30 mils plus crema. So still a little bit fast. So I need to fine it up a fraction. This is going to stop in about 2 seconds. 1, 2. So 20-second shot, I need to make that a lot finer. I'll talk you through setting up the grinder a bit more and calibrating that or dialing it in. So, you know, amount of coffee is paramount. That's the first part of the story. So grinding only what you need is very important. So I fill this basket about halfway, I collapse, I fill it to the top, I make sure I turn that grinder off. I only want to use fresh ground coffee every time. I distribute with my finger, or you can get a precision distributor, one of my best tools that I have, just not with me today. All right, so then I'm tamping, straight down, turning, giving it a wipe to protect those seals, putting this handle in, and pressing the button straight away. So if I've programmed the machine for 30 mils, typically that's industry standard, so 30 mils in 30 seconds. So if I'm getting a faster time, I need to make the particles smaller. That means making it finer. If I'm getting a slower time, I need to coarse it up and make the particles bigger. So we've already got the right amount of coffee, so that's the most important thing. The second part is playing with the particles. Okay, so if you get the right amount of coffee every time, you do the same procedure every time with the amount, whether you do a flat finger or a little mound, as long as you're doing the same thing all the time, you got the right amount of coffee, then you can play with the coarseness and fineness to get that 30 mil shot in 30 seconds. So steam, then we've got an anti-burn rubber here to protect yourself, so safety is key. Pretty self-explanatory, the steam. Hot water is over here. You can move that, it can be adjusted a little bit. So hot water and steam, very easy to operate. Okay, so now, you know, we've done our function, we've done our fare, we've done our fate, and we need to clean the machine before we pack it down. Okay, so what we're using for that is a blind filter, which is basically a basket without holes, and to get off the old basket, it's a matter of turning it upside down. So what we do is we whack that in, and we want to back flush the machine. Okay, so you need to do this before you return the machine. And then once you do this cycle, you know, for about 10 seconds, about 5 or 6 times, you'll see the coffee particles that we've had, and that gets quite dirty in there. So that, you know, affects flavor and protects the longevity of the machine. So that's paramount when you bring this machine back. And then I'm going to show you how to disconnect. So as far as disconnection, it's just power off. Once you've cleaned everything, you've emptied all the handles out, you've taken all the coffee out of the hopper, turn off the power. Okay, we're going to disconnect the water, disconnect the braided hose, disconnect the waste hose, give it all a good wipe down, and you're ready to pack away and return to Dipacci.